the recent legalizing marijuana.
I don't support it.
You know what I mean? So,
and I'll tell you why. Not that marijuana is dangerous medicinally, because it's not. More people die from cigarettes and alcohol than crack and marijuana every year.
Crack?
But yeah. The reason I don't support medical marijuana is because we are already a lazy ass group of people who don't want to do anything to change our reality. Now you're going to allow me to sedate myself as much as I want, as long as I want. So that's like giving a whole black America a blunt, which means we ain't going to do nothing but sit down and smoke away our problems instead of working away our problems. You never give an oppressed people a means of escapism. You want them to fight through their problem. You don't want them to run away from it. And marijuana is going to be another distraction from the work that we got to do.
But I was...
now, if somebody has a medical problem, I have no issue.
The medical problem. Because the only thing on that one, there's two different types of marijuana strains, and one's basically an upper and one's a downer. And from my understanding, the upper is indica and sativa, and the upper gives them energy to do things, especially if they're sick. So, I mean,
that's what they
say.
And
my question is, like, do you think that's bullshit? Like, you know what I mean? That's what they tell us.
It may be an upper, but they still gonna get high.
Why
did you smoke in the first place? Euphoria. To feel good. It ain't no Negroes working when they feel good. They sleep. First of all, there's racism in the way that they're giving out the licenses.
The licenses.
That too.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. A lot of the celebrities trying to get in it. Some of them got in, but a lot of them being blocked because it's only for white folks. They don't open up these markets.
I'll tell you what, right now,
for us.
They done passed it, we done voted on the bill. The time that it's taken, they have to line up who's okay to get paid from this.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah, that's all.
Which doctors, what list of doctors that you can go to get
and pick.
What they're doing is they're coming up with the means to prevent black folks from cashing in on it.
As a matter of fact, down
like
here,
they do with everything else.
You have to be a licensed tobacco shop owner for at least 8 years. That's who they taking first.
Get out of
wow.
And but then you look
at
it like
Jim Crow.
All day.
No, but you look at it, it's like the people that own who owns hookah shop. Middle Easterns usually own the hookah spots, or you have a few white boys that own hookah spots. But when the law passes, they'll have the right to.
They'll
you can smoke in their spot, or people that own grow pastures, they have to have it for so long, so they'll have the right to do it. And you don't see a lot of minorities, meaning black people, owning those spots.
There's not going to be
fair.
You know what I mean? It's just.
But here's the thing, though. We don't even need that. All black people had to do was agree to only buy black. Absolutely. And every black business in existence will be a multi-million-dollar establishment.
No, you're absolutely right with that.
That's all you had to do. Agree to only buy black, and you would fix this whole situation.
And we just so damn scared. Don't get me hot on this.
And self-hating. See, it's no secret why we stuck where we are.
Yeah.
Because although we hate racism, we hate each other more.
Ain't that a bit?
We hate each other more. Black people hate black people more than they hate racism. Yes. And because of that, we cannot unite. See, everybody has cultural glue. Listen, you can have 5 East Indians move into your neighborhood. They don't even know each other, but they all East Indian. By the end of the month, they will have formed an East Indian Business Association. Within 2 months, they will have a community center. Within 6 months, they will have a school for their children. Within 12 months, they'll probably run the whole economy in a black ghetto. They didn't even know each other before they got there, but because we all are one. We are all East Indian. We are all Chinese. We are all APAC. We're going to work together. But with black folks, we're trying to move away from each other. More so to move to each other.
Well, let me ask you this.
A black suburb didn't become a black suburb because all the black people decided we want to move together. The black suburb became a black suburb because all the white folks moved out.
Moved out.
As far as the racism, if you were to eradicate racism, America itself would die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
there would be no purpose for it.
There would be no purpose for it.
Based on white privilege.
Everything is built off of the backs of racism. So if you take that away, the whole construct of what we're used to ceases to exist. Do you believe in that?
I do agree with him. I think he's correct. The only piece I would add to that is because they are at a point where they feel that they can ultimately exterminate all African people. God forbid, but if they got rid of all of us from this country, at that point, racism, black African racism against us will no longer be necessary because we will no longer be here. See, we got to remember the goal of racism is not to control black folks, lock them up, kill them, or oppress them. The goal of racism is to exterminate the genotype. to prevent you from procreating. There was an article that came out about 3 weeks ago. They said for the first time in Black America, teenage pregnancy is down. For the first time in about 40 years since Dr. King's assassination. And they're scrambling to find out why. Well, I know exactly why it's down. It's down because the birth control that you give most of the young black teenagers is designed to prevent them from ovulating ever again. The Noraplant and the pills that they give them, it's messing them up. And then on top of that, you have your highest number of black gay males of all time, and your highest number of black lesbian females of all time. Yeah. So if you can convince, as Barack Obama so excellently did, convince black boys to date each other and convince black girls to date each other, there can be no conception. Yeah. So part of the whole push for homosexuality in the first place was to reduce the numbers. And now teenage pregnancy is down. I was in Lesotho, Southern Africa, speaking. Lesotho is a country inside of South Africa. It's interesting. It was a kingdom, so they carved it out. So you have a country in a country.
Inside a country, okay.
Yeah. In Lesotho, abortion is illegal. Now, most people will be shocked at that because we know that the Rockefellers and the World Population Council force all the African countries to abort as much as they can for population control. In Lesotho, you're not allowed to get an abortion. It's probably the only country in Africa. You know why? The AIDS rate is ravaging the population so quickly that there's not enough adults to take care of the newborn children. So women are not allowed to get abortions. Guess what the average life expectancy is? I was there, 38 years old.
Wow.